So it's about to be the 5th anniversary of Like a Monkey Kid, and what a better way to celebrate it than to catch you all up on the first season of the show. If you guys like this video and if it does well, I'll recap the other seasons and beyond. So, let's begin. The season begins with A Hero is Born, as it starts in a flashback being narrated by Mr. Tang. The flashback shows the Demon Bull King attacking the village until Sun Wukong the Monkey Kid comes to defeat the Demon Bull King and lock him under a mountain. Thousands of years pass and we cut to the title card, showing our main protagonist MK, a noodle delivery boy and the adopted son of noodle shop owner Pixie. MK goes off to deliver some noodles after Pixie yells at him for a bit, when he runs into the Demon Bull family, who frees DBK by removing the Monkey King's staff, which then leads to MK being caught, picking up the staff, and ensuing a chase. While the chase comes to an end, we are introduced to Mei, MK's BFF. They both head back to the noodle shop where MK explains the sitch, and they head off to meet Sandy, who has a boat that can take them to Flowerford Mountain in order to deliver Monkey King's staff back to them. When they arrive at the shoreline, MK is blown far away and the staff is taken from him by Princess Iron Fan, while his friends run back to safety. MK, it turns out, was actually blown away to Monkey King's domain, Flowerford Mountain, where he meets him to have a quick chat, and MK is now inspired to save the world from DBK, and he goes to confront them after telling his friends he's not dead. So MK fights and defeats DBK after retrieving the staff back from him, and that's the end of the special. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom past the rest of the season so I don't waste your time. So let's go. Episode 1 begins with Red Sun taking over the weather station and the Monkey Kid crew fooling around, discovering that MK is actually invincible, being one of his new powers. So MK goes to confront Red Sun but loses control of his powers and ends up messing up. So Monkey King meets up with him, lowers his power scaling down, so MK can have more control. And now equipped with more control, MK defeats Red Sun and DBK discovers some mysterious new power that he wants to collect. Episode 2. MK gets burned out with work, so Mr. Tang shows that he can duplicate himself. So MK can duplicate himself and chaos ensues. So eventually MK realizes he has to stop all of his clones, and it ends with MK learning not to use his clones for selfish reasons. Well, sort of. So, Episode 3. Mei gets a call from her parents to watch her house while they're away. So MK has the brilliant idea of still having a sleepover at her place. So they head to Mei's house, but the bull clone ends up following them due to Mei's house containing the dragon blade of Mei's great times 3000 great grandfather, Al Ye. MK and Sandy end up accidentally breaking an ancient pinball machine, so they try to fix it, while Mei tries to stop the bull clone from stealing the sword, and she ends up succeeding, and now wields the blade for the rest of the show. Wow. Episode 4. Pixie and Tang gets kidnapped by the Spider Queen, and MK, Mei, and Sandy go off to rescue them. But in the process, Spider Queen gets a piece of MK's hair with the plan to use it for something mysterious. Episode 5. MK is given the day off from work, but everything seems off. Mei is weird, Sandy's weird, Monkey King's weird also. When he eventually discovers that he was trapped in the calabash by Yin and Jin, the gold and silver demon, where they retreat and the episode ends with MK accepting his imperfect life. So, Episode 6. MK, Mei, and Red Sun compete to win the Peach of Immortality, and MK and Mei fight for a bit on who will win the race, but they eventually make it up to each other and win the race together against Red Sun. But it turns out the race for the Peach wasn't even real. Okay, Episode 7. MK is training with Monkey King, and he gives him a lesson in self-confidence, in which MK goes on a delivery journey where he learns to deal with his dangerous amounts of stress, which caused him to hallucinate demon trees, which is probably they actually just brush over it. And he eventually manages to deliver the noodles because he was making a noodle delivery, and his customer was Monkey King, but he ends up giving him the wrong order. So, Episode 8. MK is given a special key that can open anything by the mayor. So MK and Mei mess around with the key until Red Sun and Princess Iron Fan steals the key from them in order to open the mysterious coffin containing the mysterious power that DBK was trying to reach throughout the entire season. So, Episode 9. MK is now impatient with not being as powerful as Monkey King because he believes his teaching methods are slow, and it's been like a while already since he's been taught by him, and he hasn't really progressed that much. So MK goes off to the city to confront the demon that was attacking it, but he is unable to defeat it, until a mystic monkey named the Six-Eared Macaque defeats the demon. So MK asks him to teach him, and so he does. MK ends up channeling his anger more, raising suspicion from Monkey King. So when MK goes to his final exam, which is to defeat the smoke demon from the previous scene, it turns out that the demon was actually a projection created by Macaque the whole time, and he ends up stealing a sample of MK's power, and that's when Monkey King finally comes to MK's aid, and he has a showdown with Macaque. But he ends up struggling for a bit until Monkey King reminds MK of his lessons, in which he gains his power back, and they defeat Macaque together. Episode 10 starts off with MK returning from a delivery, where it turns out that some bull clones have taken over the city. So MK and his friends go off to stop DBK and his plans, and when they get to his base, it turns out DBK was taken over by the mysterious power he was trying to get this entire season, and it was corrupting him, leading him to attack Red Sin and Princess Ironfan as well. So MK stops him with his duplication abilities, freeing his mind and the power from him. It is later revealed that the power was actually a spirit, and it takes over a little girl, and in turn reveals our main villain for the next 3 seasons, which is the Lady Bone Demon. And that's the entirety of Season 1. So if this video does well, I guess I'll recap Season 2 eventually. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.